There are animals so unpredictable, so violent, so impossible to contain that the world's most advanced zoos, with million-dollar enclosures and expert handlers, have all made the exact same decision. No. Not too expensive, not too rare, too dangerous to exist behind bars. Today, we're counting down 12 animals that have been turned away, kicked out, or permanently banned from captivity. And by the time we reach number 1, you'll understand why even professionals are terrified to get close. Stick around, because number 4 has killed more people than sharks, lions, and bears combined.
Number 12. The candiru, the fish that swims into your nightmares. It's barely the size of your finger. It's nearly transparent. And it might be the single most feared fish in the Amazon. Not because of its bite, but because of where it goes. The candiru is drawn to the scent of ammonia and can swim directly into the body cavities of anything bathing in its waters, using backward-facing spines to lock itself in place once it's inside. Removal often requires emergency surgery. No aquarium, no research facility, and certainly no zoo has ever attempted to keep this creature on public display. It's simply too small to contain and too dangerous to study up close.
11. The moose, North America's silent giant killer. You'd expect the danger to come from teeth or claws. The moose has neither, and it's still responsible for more human injuries in North America than bears and wolves combined. Standing up to 7 feet tall and weighing over 1,500 pounds, a startled or rutting moose can charge without warning, trampling anything in its path with bone-crushing force. Unlike predators, moose show almost no fear response to humans, making their behavior nearly impossible to predict. No zoo enclosure has ever been rated to safely contain an animal this large, this fast, and this unpredictable in close quarters with staff.
Number 10. The cassowary, the world's most dangerous bird. Forget everything you know about birds. The cassowary stands up to 6 feet tall, can sprint 30 miles per hour, and wields a dagger-like claw on each foot, capable of disemboweling a predator in a single kick. Native to the rainforests of Australia and New Guinea, this prehistoric-looking bird has been documented killing humans with precise, targeted strikes to the neck and abdomen. Its temperament is famously volatile, and unlike most zoo birds, cassowaries require reinforced enclosures with zero direct human contact. Even experienced keepers maintain strict physical barriers at all times.
Number 9. The golden poison frog, death in a tiny, beautiful package. It's smaller than your thumb and colored like a warning label, because it is one. The golden poison frog of Colombia carries enough toxin in its skin to kill 10 adult humans, or roughly 20,000 mice. Indigenous hunters have used its secretions to coat blow dart tips for centuries. In captivity, this frog's toxicity actually decreases without its wild diet of specific rainforest insects, but handling live wild specimens remains a serious biohazard risk, and only a handful of highly specialized facilities in the world are certified to house them.
8. The blue-ringed octopus, the size of a golf ball, the power of a time bomb. No fangs, no stinger you can see, just a tiny, almost jewel-like octopus that fits in your palm and carries enough tetrodotoxin to kill 26 adult humans within minutes, with no known antidote. Its bite is often painless, meaning victims sometimes don't realize they've been envenomated until paralysis begins. This creature is so lethal that most public aquariums that display it use sealed, hands-off enclosures with emergency protocols on standby. A full zoo-style habitat with any human interaction is considered far too great a liability.
Number 7. The hippopotamus, Africa's deadliest large animal. It looks slow. It looks almost comical, wallowing in the mud. But the hippopotamus kills more people in Africa every year than lions, leopards, and elephants combined. Weighing up to 3,000 kilograms, hippos can sprint at speeds of 30 kilometers per hour on land and possess jaws powerful enough to bite a small boat in half. Their aggression is territorial and often unprovoked, and their sheer mass makes standard containment barriers nearly useless without deep water moats and reinforced concrete. Infrastructure most zoos simply cannot justify for the risk involved.
Number 6. The box jellyfish, the ocean's most lethal venom. It's nearly invisible in water, has no brain, no bones, and no way to be trained or contained in any traditional sense, and its venom is considered among the most lethal in the entire animal kingdom, capable of causing cardiac arrest within minutes of contact. A single box jellyfish carries enough venom to kill 60 adult humans. Because it's a soft-bodied, drifting creature entirely dependent on precise water chemistry and constant movement, no zoo or aquarium can safely display a mature box jellyfish outside of specialized sealed marine research tanks with restricted access.
Number 5. The honey badger, the animal that fears nothing. Guinness World Records once labeled it the most fearless animal on Earth, and once you see what it's willing to fight, you'll understand why. Honey badgers regularly attack venomous snakes, lions, and even humans who get too close, shrugging off bites and stings that would kill most mammals, thanks to a unique resistance to venom. Their thick, loose skin lets them twist around and bite attackers even while being held. In captivity, honey badgers are notorious for engineering elaborate escapes, using tools and outsmarting enclosure designs, making them one of the most difficult animals in the world to safely contain long-term. 4. Africanized killer bees, the swarm that doesn't stop. They look identical to ordinary honeybees until they attack. Africanized bees, often called killer bees, respond to threats with extreme coordinated aggression, pursuing perceived enemies for over a quarter mile and attacking in swarms of thousands. Unlike typical bee colonies that give up after a short chase, these colonies have been documented pursuing humans and animals for 10 to 20 minutes continuously, delivering hundreds or even thousands of stings. Because their behavior can spread to entire wild bee populations through interbreeding, no zoo or facility keeps active colonies for public display. The risk of a mass swarm event is simply too catastrophic. Number 3. The Komodo dragon, a bite that never lets you heal. The largest living lizard on Earth doesn't need speed or strength alone. It has venom glands packed with anticoagulant toxins that prevent blood from clotting, plus a mouthful of bacteria that turns even a minor bite into a life-threatening infection. Komodo dragons can grow over 10 feet long and have been known to take down water buffalo many times their size by tracking a single bite wound for days until the prey collapses. Several zoos that have attempted to house Komodo dragons have experienced serious keeper injuries, and specialized containment now requires reinforced glass, restricted feeding protocols, and zero-contact policies. Number 2. The saltwater crocodile, the apex predator that survived millennia. At over 6 meters long and 1,000 plus kilograms, the saltwater crocodile is the largest living reptile on the planet and possesses the strongest bite force ever measured in an animal, exceeding 3,700 pounds per square inch. Unlike most predators, salties are opportunistic ambush hunters capable of complete stillness for hours before launching an attack faster than a human can react. Zoos that house them require moated enclosures, double-fenced barriers, and armed protocols in case of enclosure breach.
infrastructure so extensive that most facilities simply choose not to take the risk at all. Number 1. The hippo's deadly rival, the pufferfish that kills from the inside. Number 1 on our list isn't the biggest, the fastest, or the strongest. It's a slow-moving, almost comical-looking fish, and it's responsible for more accidental human poisoning deaths than almost any other animal on this list. The pufferfish carries toxin in its skin, liver, and organs, a toxin 1,200 times more deadly than cyanide, with no known antidote. In Japan, only licensed chefs, after years of training, are legally permitted to prepare it as fugu, and even then, fatal mistakes still happen. No zoo or aquarium displays live pufferfish without extreme handling restrictions, because a single mishandled specimen represents an almost unstoppable poisoning risk. 12 animals. 12 reasons why wild sometimes has to stay exactly where it belongs, in the wild. These creatures remind us that nature doesn't need permission, and it definitely doesn't need a cage. Which one shocked you the most? Drop it in the comments below. And if this kept you on the edge of your seat, hit subscribe, because next week we're covering animals that have escaped captivity and are still out there today.